Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the LA Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs deliver what must be game of the year 54-51 Monday Night Football. It was everything we anticipated and even more so. What a ridiculous game this was today. I felt like I was watching Patrick Mahomes back at Texas Tech playing against Baylor or Texas or Oklahoma. There were fireworks all over the football field. My goodness, this was Big 12 football on the football field today. And personally, I do really like these type of games. I don't love them. I do like to see some grain of defense, every now and then. Other than defensive touchdowns, there were defensive touchdowns today. Other than that, there is no defense today. There's a little bit here and there, but not enough for my liking. I think a good 35-31 type game, but still a great game here. And you saw, man, look, if you ain't the Chiefs, the Rams, or the Saints, man, you are far away from competing in today's NFL. These three teams in the NFL right now are so superior, man. Offensively, you just cannot stop these teams. You just can't do it. You literally cannot stop these three teams right now. They are so far and away the best teams in the NFL to me. Two of these three teams are going to the Super Bowl to me, and one of them will win it. The only team outside of those three that has a legitimate chance are the Patriots, but they're gonna have to go on the road to me eventually and face Kansas City, and I just don't see it. And maybe the Steelers, if they can truly get all of their stuff together and compete. Outside of that, man, that's it, man. I know there's a lot of Bears fans out there that want to believe that they can compete, man. Good luck with that, because you're gonna have to go on the road and face the Rams, go on the road and face the Saints, and you ain't stopping them. Okay, you can barely even stop them in your own home field. Forget about their home field. These two teams, these three teams in total, are absolutely ridiculous. 54-51 today, the highest scoring Monday Night Football game of all time, the third highest scoring game of all time, and the first game in NFL history in which both teams finished with over 50 points. So let's talk about this game. Let's start by talking about the quarterback positions. Of course, as Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff, they had tremendous games. Now, Patrick Mahomes still had a very good game. When you throw 6 touchdowns, he had a good game, but he did have the 5 turnovers. Now, we're not going to give him a lot of blame for the last one. He just threw the ball, whatever. But the 4 turnovers before that, they hurt, okay? Especially the last one, driving in hopes of either tying the game or winning the game on a game-winning touchdown. The interception that he did over the middle of the field, late throw, just heaving it up there. He was hit a bit by, I want to say, Samson Ebukam had a ridiculous game. We're going to get to him later. You can't make that throw. The Chiefs still had a lot of opportunities to win the game or tie the game at that point. He threw it up in the middle of the field. Look, dude, you've had a great game. You've had great success in the football. You can't throw the interception there. And he got strip sacked twice in this game. He threw an interception right into the hands of Samson Ebukam. Too many interceptions with Patrick Mahomes. And we all knew this about him coming out of college. He is a guy that will turn over the football. Now, he's going to throw a lot of touchdowns to go along with that, but the question will be when the Chiefs ultimately make the playoffs and when they compete in these high-stake playoff games against the Patriots, against the Steelers, and then maybe even the Super Bowl against the Rams or the Saints, can he keep the turnovers down? Because you cannot give Ben Roethlisberger or Tom Brady or Jared Goff or Drew Brees more possessions. You can't do that. That is something that you cannot do. And when you look back at the Chiefs' losses this season, this one in the Patriots game, Patrick Mahomes turned the ball over. If he cannot turn the ball over, he's able to keep the ball, protect the ball. I like the Chiefs to win any game that they're in. But when he's throwing the ball to the other team, when he's having fumbles, they're not going to win the game to me, especially against these high-powered teams. I'm just not going to see that happening. So outside of that, though, again, Mahomes had a great game, 478 yards. That is a career high for him. Patrick Mahomes is now up to 37 touchdowns on the season. This is absolutely absurd for a guy playing in his second year. He is absolutely lighting it up. He's no defraud Watson. This guy is legit. And we're looking at AFC. We've been waiting for a guy to take over ever since Peyton Manning retired, when Tom Brady eventually retires, and Ben Roethlisberger and Phillip Rivers eventually retire as well. We found him. Patrick Mahomes is looking like he and Andrew Luck, and hopefully Marcus Mariota can finally get his stuff together, but we'll see about that. It's looking like Andrew Luck and Patrick Mahomes, man, they're going to be the AFC sheriffs for years to come. Mahomes is ridiculous. Kareem Hunt, he was doing his thing today. But again, these two teams today, they did not run the ball enough. I know it was a game in which you had to throw the ball a lot, and I'll give the Chiefs more credit in why they didn't run it because they were coming from behind for most of the game. But guys, don't forget, Kareem Hunt and Todd Gurley, these are your second best weapons. To me, for both teams. Maybe Travis Kelce is better than Kareem Hunt. Okay, that's fine. But outside of that, at least your second or third best weapon, you got to use your running backs to me. Kareem Hunt should have got more carries, should have got more targets to me in terms of the receiving game. In order to just slow down the clock, eat some clock, get some time of possession, there is something to be said for that. Get your defense off of the field, give them time to rest, and get their stuff together. Let the defensive coordinators talk to them, make adjustments. There was not enough of that to me today, but whatever. The receivers today, man, Tyreek Hill is now a top 10 wide receiver in this league, and he's been all season. In fact, he's had a top 5 wide receiver season. I will say that he's had a top 5 wide receiver season. Is he top 5 yet? Man, he is right there. When I do my end of my season wide receiver rankings, I'm telling you, he might be top 5. Don't put that on me yet. I don't know. Let me see how the whole season plays out, and I'll tell you. But man, he just keeps getting open. He's making ridiculous catches. Had a ridiculous catch on the right sideline in the fourth quarter on, I want to say, the second to last drive of the Kansas City Chiefs. It was absurd with 1:28 left, somehow holding onto the ball despite Sam Shields trying to strip the ball away from him. That was ridiculous, man. Tyreek Hill has just improved so much. I thought coming out of, I want to say, Oklahoma State, that he was a guy that was just, first of all, he choked out his girlfriend, which I still have a problem with, okay? But I thought he was a guy that was all speed, no skill. No, he's been developing his skills, and he's really progressed in this league. Love to see that. You look at the LA Rams and what happened for them offensively. Jared Goff, another great game today, reinserting himself into the MVP race. It's going to be between Goff, Breeze, and Mahomes. To me right now, Breeze is ahead to me. 25 touchdowns, 1 interception. People, I just can't argue against that. Maybe you can. I can't find an argument against it, especially with the Saints playing as well as they are, but this will add to his argument there. Jared Goff, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 413 passing yards. Todd Gurley, again, he should have got more carries to me. Take the ball out of the Chiefs' hands, run down the freaking clock. First of all, the Rams were up 13-0 in this game. That's when they should have started to run the ball. Just take some time of possession. You can do it. But they were so afraid to run the ball. Even at the end of the game, now Sean McVay got bailed out. But at the end of the game, they get the interception. Marcus Peters getting revenge on his former team. And then you see the Rams electing not to run the football on first, second, or third down. There's 1:18 left. Okay, the Chiefs have 3 timeouts. They don't run on a down, not 1 down. You have Todd freaking Gurley, dog. No matter who you are, you admit he's a top 3 running back in this league. You gotta run Todd Gurley. That's where Sean McVay, to me, outsmarted himself. He gave the Chiefs an opportunity to come back and tie this game and maybe potentially win it. With a minute, either of these two teams can score. That was very risky. Now he got away with it. That was very dangerous. Run Todd Gurley. Okay, he's on your team for a reason. He is your best weapon. Use him, please. I really had big problems with that. But outside of that, Brandon Cooks had a great game. Robert Woods did his thing. Gerald Everett had a great touchdown catch. Tyler Higbee got involved. Everyone was great. But defensively, Samson Ebukam, wow, the interception that he had. I want to say he recovered the fumble as well. Yes, he did. And my goodness, he was all over the place. Aaron Donald was getting involved. And Ndamukong Suh didn't do too much, but he's been having good games as well this season. I want to see more out of the secondary. I want to see John Johnston making more pass breakups and getting himself involved, but he had 11 tackles today, so I like to see that. LaMarcus Joyner, he needs to be better in the secondary as well, because look, it's going to come down to who's going to play the most defense. None of these teams are going to play defense. Who's going to play the most of it? And today the Rams played more of it, right? They had the 2 fumble recoveries, they had the 3 interceptions, and they won the game. This is the new NFL, people, and it's scary if you're not playing this type of football. If you are not a football team that is coming out and being able any given week to score 40 or 50, you can't compete with these cats. They are above the rest, and this is the new NFL. We even saw this in the Super Bowl this year between the Eagles and the Patriots. If you're not able to do this, you won't be able to compete. You saw in the Steelers and the Jaguars game in the divisional round. If you can't do this any given week when you have to give me 40, I need 40 from you, can you do it? And you can't step up to the plate, you're done. And there are teams in this NFL that are so antiquated right now, like the Raiders and the Cardinals and the Bills and my Titans every other week. They can't compete against these guys. If you don't have a Tyreek Hill or a Todd Gurley or multiple, you can't do nothing. This is the new NFL, and man, it is scary for Titans fans like me, but it's a great time for LA Rams fans and Chiefs fans like everyone else. I'll be back this week to give my mid-season predictions, and I will tell you who I currently have winning the Super Bowl amongst these three teams. We will see. Man, what a time to be. But 54-51, what a game it was. Game of the year indeed. These are my thoughts on the Rams and Chiefs. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out.